Thrilled to have here right now, getting ready to take on the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football. Truly one of the best in the National Football League. Certainly had his position as well. The great Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs. How are you, Chris?
Rich, I'm doing fine. I appreciate the nice words, man.
True story. Not a single word that I said is incorrect or a lie. Last time I saw you was just real quick in Germany, as you were getting ready for your press conferences there in Frankfurt. Did you get out and about at all in Germany?
Yeah, I explored a little bit. We got in on like a Friday. We had practice.
Yeah.
And I was able to go out and eat at this Asian cuisine.
Okay. What'd you have?
And it was pretty interesting. I took out the D-line. We had like a buffet. The manager treated us well.
Well, hold on a second. What does a German buffet for the defensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs look like? Please, paint the word picture for me, Chris. What was it?
Okay. We ordered the duck.
Okay.
The Peking duck.
Okay.
With the wraps and everything. It was pretty good.
Okay.
We had like three different steaks, like a ribeye, filet mignon, and something else.
Okay.
We ordered pot stickers. We ordered like 3 dozen of pot stickers. We ordered, we ordered a bunch, man. It came out to like $1,700 worth of food.
Woo. That sounds pretty affordable.
How many people?
How many guys? How many guys?
Like 5.
All right.
Pretty good.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
And you?
It's not bad.
Not at all. And you picked up the whole check, Chris? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I thought about making a rookie pay.
Okay, understood. Back here on the Rich Eisen Show, Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs joining us here on the program. And so, what was your sense of the crowd in Frankfurt? Did you hear them singing and chanting and stuff like that while you're playing the game against the Dolphins?
It was amazing, man. It's just the only thing, they was cheering for everybody. Offense, defense. Miami scored, they cheering for Miami. Miami defense, they cheering for Miami. So at one point, I didn't know who was representing who.
Right.
It was just the fans was there to cheer. It was fun, though. Amazing atmosphere. The stadium closed for us. Unfortunately, I wanted that open.
Mm-hmm.
They got a huge jumbotron coming down, so it's like usually when you playing in a regular American football game, the jumbotron is like north and south.
Yeah.
Up there, it's like the NBA arena. It's like up top, so that was kind of different. But overall, it was a great experience.
Yeah, sure was. And so the word that we were hearing leading into that game, Chris, because you had just come off of a rare division loss, certainly against Denver at Denver, is that Andy Reid kind of, gave everyone a little piece of his mind earlier in that week, set the tone, and you guys were treating that coming off of, a loss like you came off of one of the worst losses you've ever had in Kansas City, and you treated this game as the ultimate get-right. Is that an accurate assessment of how you walked into that game against the Dolphins, Chris?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I think we had beat the Broncos like 15 times in a row, and haven't lost to them in the way we lost to them with multiple turnovers, and they was able to get a couple first down on us on the ground, running the ball. For us, we take pride in stopping that. We take pride in getting our offense the ball back. In our offense, we couldn't get it going. And so I think it was an overall loss on both ends, and we both felt it. So this game we was coming out, our mind frame was we got to get back on track. We got to get back to Kansas City football. So, going into Miami week, we knew it was a number one offense. We heard all year about how we're going to stop the number one offense, and we was just going to play physical and get back to Kansas City Chiefs football.
It certainly looks like, Chris, this is the best defense Kansas City's had in quite some time, and certainly since you've gotten there. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, so far so good. Still 8 more games left in the season. I don't want to jinx us, by tooting our horn so early. But so far so good. in the first 8 games, this is the best I played in. And I've been with some great players. I got to play with Eric Berry, Justin Houston, Bob Sutton, DC. And ever since Spaz been here, I think this is the most complete defense I've been a part of.
So what does he do? What's his special sauce that you guys clearly are buying what he's selling, Chris?
Well, the main difference, what people don't know, is Spag's wife moved to Kansas City, and that changed the whole game for us. She haven't been living in Kansas City, and this is her first year living in Kansas City, and that was changed. Yeah.
What do you mean by that? How do you mean? Just because he's personally, happier, more focused? He doesn't have a split family.
He has his family here. He has his wife here. And when you have your significant other around you, it just makes you a better person, honestly. And I think that's what she being here has done for him and has done for us.
How about that? Okay. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the personal means all the difference, when you're talking about.
Means all the difference, man.
Yeah, it sure does. And then are you playing at how much better can you get? It seems like
I think I can get a lot better.
Like
man.
What? Come on. Like what can you get better at, Chris Jones? Like
we can get more sacks, man. We can get more TFLs. We can find ways to, get me more one-on-ones, man. But I understand it. We got guys around me like George Karlaftis and Mike Dana having career years so far. So, with those guys doing so well, it's eventually going to lighten it up for me.
Well, actually, here's how you can get better. If you don't mind me pointing it out, you can sack a quarterback, rip the ball out of his hands in the process, and sack him and not get called for roughing the passer because you don't use any of your arms to get down on the ground. I mean, maybe there's that play last year, and again, my voice was on the roughing the passer video that got sent around last week as I voiced over that. That was one of the most incredible athletic plays I've ever seen. That was on Derek Carr last year, and you got called for roughing. How do you not get called for another 15-yard penalty? Arguing that, Chris. How does that happen?
Well, listen, man, I've been voicing my opinion about this roughing the passer for the longest. I definitely think it's something that the NFLPA should look into, bringing replay into it, because plays like that happen so fast, and the referee is like they got to make decisions on a split second. They don't have time to dissect whether he put both hands down or did his body land on it. So they're basically making a decision off the eye. And sometimes it can be misconstrued, you know what I mean? And the next week following, Grady Jarrett sacked Tom Brady and landed on his back. Grady Jarrett landed on his back. It was called for roughing the passer. And that's why I feel like replays should be initiated on roughing the passer calls, because now they're throwing players out of games for that. So
that I hear you. Chris Jones here on the Rich Eisen Show. What is the meaning of this Super Bowl rematch, Chris? How are you viewing this Monday night matchup against Philadelphia?
It's important. I think this is the best team in the NFL right now. They got the best overall offense and defense, complete team when you look at it pound for pound. And this will be a test for us. I'm looking forward to it. I know this is a great team, so it's always good to get that competitive spirit, but it's also Monday Night Football, man. Monday Night Football in Arrowhead, which is special to me.
So the Super Bowl means nothing in terms of the rematch? Want to make sure they understand that you have dominance over them, or the penalty at the end of the game last year that a lot of Philadelphia fans are still talking about didn't mean a difference, Chris? Anything like that?
We already won the Super Bowl, man. Unfortunately, we already won for them. But I think this is a complete different team for them, which gives us a challenge. They got a complete different roster. I think they're even better than they were last year. So I'm looking forward for it to be a competitive game.
The brotherly shove is coming in your direction, Chris, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. They just asked me about that, how I'm going to stop it. It hasn't been stopped all year. But we got to plan for it. We're going to watch a few rugby games. And I got a rugby friend. I can't disclose his name, but I got a rugby friend who's been telling me a few little pointers on what I can do to stop this.
it is a fascinating. You're not joking, right? Because this is.
I'm not joking.
This is a rugby play. It is a rugby play. It looks like rugby out there.
It is.
So
it is a rugby play.
So you have reached out to people who are experts on that subject matter on how to potentially defend this seemingly unstoppable play. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. The only people who have stopped it was a few games back, Washington Redskins, when they was in the red zone and Justin ended up fumbling the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only time it's actually been stopped. But I done reached out to a couple of rugby guys, and we got some little pointers on some small detailed things that we can do to affect that play.
Because, rugby scrums are known for a lot of things can happen in those piles. You're not talking about that, Chris, right? You're not talking about that in the rugby pile? No?
I can't say.
The scrum. All right. Okay. So have you met Taylor Swift yet, Chris? Has that happened?
I haven't, man. I haven't. First time she came, she invited us all to dinner, but I was so tired. It was like my second game back, and I was like, I'm exhausted.
Huh.
I'm exhausted. I went home and got in bed. But
okay.
I think when she comes this Monday, we're gonna all go out. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. So you were invited to a dinner, right, after a game by Taylor Swift, and
by Kelce.
Kelce
invited a bunch of guys off the team.
Okay. And you said no. You turned that down, Chris. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
I didn't turn it down. I was just too tired to go.
Okay. All right.
That sounds like turning it down.
Yeah, it sounds like,
it's a yes. God, don't you dare do that.
No.
Don't y'all do that to me.
No, it's kind of like a yes or no equation. You know what I mean? Like you're saying there's a gray area here of being just too tired,
Listen, I'm part Swiftie, okay? I support the Swifties too.
Okay,
so
what's your favorite song? You got a favorite song on that?
I've been listening to this song, Hey, It's Me, I'm the One, It's Me.
Right. Okay, fantastic.
It's me, I'm the one, it's me, it's T,
Karma's a guy on the Chiefs. That's the one. You could just say Karma from now on. That's an easy one.
Yeah, I seen that.
Karma.
Things are heating up between them, huh? I like it.
And maybe, just maybe, that's why you turned down or hold on a minute, went to sleep, turned in. How about that? You didn't turn down, you turned in.
Turned in, I like that.
All right.
Turned in.
You didn't turn down, you turned in, is because you knew this was true love and there'd be more opportunities. That she'd be back.
Absolutely,
how about that?
Man. I knew she would be back. Travis Kelce, he's a lovable guy. I knew his Swiftie moves was going to get her to come back.
Chris, thanks for the time. Greatly appreciate it. Love watching you play football, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks again.
Rich, it's always a pleasure. And Rick Buckholder told me to tell you hello.
Tell him I said hello back. I saw him in Germany as well. You take care of yourself,
yes,
Chris.
Sir.
You got
I definitely will.
The great Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs getting set to take on the Philadelphia Eagles, reaching out to some rugby experts.
Interesting.
That's a rugby play.
Did you see his face when you said he got very? It was.
I'm like, you're not joking, right?
Joking interview, and he got dead serious.
I know.
Like, not joking. They've got a plan. Let's see.
Chris Jones. I mean, they've run it against Aaron Donald too. I mean, these are the best of the best of the best.
Understood. Great interview. That's a nice football headline. Top of the fold headline from this interview: Chris Jones turned down the chance to go to dinner with Kelce and Taylor Swift.
And as I'm defending Chris Jones here, he turned in, not down, and he knew true love conquers all. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.